Good morning, Earth signs. This is going to be a general Earth sign reading. I'm going to get ahead. We're going to do this for the month of February. Let me go ahead and give this a quick shuffle. We're going to start off with enhanced. There's something about, I don't know why, so much just came through just now. Hanson, the group Hanson. I knew this girl named Jerry one time. Anyway, yeah, and then also an enhancement of something is happening. There's a tuning. You're fine tuning yourself next month in February. Or signs you're going to be working with the details of things. Oh, dang. If you can see that duality, this is like a tuning fork up and down. I do want to say there's like Baphomet energy coming through. Some people think Baphomet is like the devil. You can feel that way if you want to. I don't choose to believe in that type of energy. I think that this is really just more of a duality. It's inverse. You're going to be working on fine tuning self as well as your relationship with the outside world so that you can have more of a experiential expansion rather than experiencing limitation where you have and making choices. You can come together with self and other people in that way. So I'm going to show you these pictures one more time. Okay, right? There we are. Yes, there's rescue 16 at the bottom of the deck. So this is, if you want to look at this as past, present, and future, we're going to go ahead. Dragon's Lair is at the bottom of the deck. This is also going to be about, I feel like there's going to be a lot of mysticism uncovered. There's metamorphosis. I don't know. I'm just channeling more than reading the cards right now. However, I am also feeling that like for earth signs in particular, if you're able to ground this energy in a loving or kind way, that will appeal to more than one dimension at a time. Your capacity to take off is going to explode. There's a waterfall here. There's a waterfall, a water balloon. I kind of want to say USO. Instead of UFO, it's going to be a USO. And this is the lighthouse that's you're kind of moving towards. There's gonna be a tight squeeze. I don't know why I feel like that right now. Ooh, yeah. There's gonna be something that's kind of a tight squeeze, and it's gonna be you will have access to it, but you may need to find a different route than what you originally maybe planned on. You might have to put more work into the details of self, not only I guess spiritually, but also aesthetically to a certain degree. Yeah, here's solitude in reverse. You're gonna have to like kind of put yourself out there in a way that in different ways than you had originally planned. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Bottom of the deck is sad embrace. This is you. I don't think this is literally being sad. This is the realization that some things and some people, places, scenarios are not going to be able to follow you where you are going. And it's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's like graduation, from high school going to college. It's a transition. It's a understanding that yeah, you got to say goodbye to your high school life in order for your college life to begin. It's one door. The solitude has reflection. This is the reflection. It's more of like nostalgia is going to be moving. It's a release of memories that no longer serve you. It doesn't have to do with like having any kind of malice or spite. It's just making space for yourself to enjoy the moments that you've already enjoyed and look forward to something different than what you've had in the past. So it's showing up both ways for both sides of yourself. You can look at it genetically if that makes it easier. If it's a little bit difficult to understand, it's like sloughing off old skin. And it doesn't mean that you've got to be like, ooh, skinwalker, like completely, reconceptualize yourself. It's the gift of being present for your own growth and having the key to do that, as well as not really snaking anybody, not having any going forward without feeling like there's going to be snakes in the grass that you need to watch out for, or hung over the zip line that you're about to go down, or whatever the case may be. It's growth towards I don't know why I'm hearing a lot of evanescence right now. It's bring me back to life. It's regifting yourself with your own key to your own castle. It's not, it doesn't have anything to do with anyone else. It just, growth sometimes hurts. I don't know if you remember when you're a little kid and you would feel like you're about to fall asleep, but you would feel like you need to kick a lot. Like all of a sudden there's all this energy in your legs that needs to be released. It's like this is the release of energy, and it is a little bit of sad. It's stretch marks and growing pains and loss of certain wisdom teeth, and the growth of your new molars, your adult molars, and your canines. And so that's it is what it is. It's movement. This is all coming from the same pile, right? It's a different direction. Do you see these two portals are more or less the same, but one has a lot of growth. It's a different era is what I want to call it. So if you were to look back through time, and why don't we have more literature about Dinotopia, right? Dinotopia went through volcanic ages and then ice ages. And that was wow, look at this. This is a storm field that is at the end of this, and this encouragement is there. I want to go back to coming together. So this coming together that was encouraged in the first place, that is now being encouraged further. Now, I don't know the reason behind all of this. There could be, you need to sit in solitude, really, or, get counsel, I guess, or whatever the case may be, on whatever it is that you're gifting yourself in terms of growth. Whatever vibrational frequency it is that you are going to be either moving on from or moving towards. It doesn't matter which way you cut the cake, right? You cut the cake, you slice the pie, however you want to find your lost remote. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. The point is that you just need to kind of hone in on it, and then be able to sit in that moment of coming together. That's what I took away from that. There you go. There's queen energy coming straight out. So you can recognize a prince, you can recognize a princess, you can recognize your king. That's what queens do. You can serve your people. You can actually show up to the party the way that you're expected to. And then also you can just have the authority to say, I'm going to delegate this out, and I'm going to sit home and do what I want to do. It's a Rapunzel castle thing. So most castles have a moat, and they have multiple wings in the castle. Without those wings of the castle, you're confined to be with all your court the entire time that you live there. The jester just lives with you in your bedroom. No, not when you're the queen. So I'm gonna say that this is a moment where earth signs are gonna have a moment where you're gonna realize that you've already done the climb. You don't have to climb anymore. There's no competition. You are your own competition. So every day that you want to do whatever it is that you're going to do, I think you've been refined. There's something about wow, it's like a grain mill or a confectory, however you want to look at it. Okay, it's it's finding your own mischievous self again, so that you can, you know how we were just saying you don't need to have snakes in the grass in the future. This is you being your own snake. It's your own knowledge. It's your Gnosticism surfacing, so that you no longer have to be confined by the light of things that have not interested you. So now you've got, and then this is you. Just that's what I'm saying is this is you equaling. You're able to humble yourself, but you're also able to find the child inside of yourself. No matter how many regions you may run or control or take over, or that your king may run or control or take over, um, you still know how to get on your knee to speak to a child. You know how to humble yourself because you know what it was like to be a child. You still remember. These are the memories we're taking, not the ones where we were pushed down, where we were told we were not going to become a queen, that we would never meet our king, that there would never be unity within the pitchforks of our mind. That is like mind blowing, right? But this is the feast. This is the table being set for you, earth signs. That's what I'm picking up. I'm going to go ahead and get one more deck to communicate with. I really like this idea of siphoning. I'm going to be saying that word hopefully a lot more, because I feel like sometimes when you have scammer people calling you, if you can siphon some of that energy for yourself and find the playful part of yourself, is like, I've already been taken advantage of by scams and spam mail and all that. I'm now going to use my inner self and just, have childlike fun with it instead of taking it so seriously. That's the fun of having all these options. You can serve the people, you can serve one wing of the castle, you could serve the other wing of the castle, you could serve nobody at all and just stay home and have a girls' night, or you can go down with the court and find something to do. This is the peace of mind being the queen. It's just knowing how to wear your own skin. And whenever you need to change outfits, you know exactly which outfit to select. More so for the audience than yourself. But the point remains the same. It's unity of purpose, mind, body, and soul. So there's the emotion that goes alongside, humbling yourself. If you've never been through any emotion, you don't know how to humble yourself mostly, usually. It's wealth over riches. It's understanding that the riches we possess here on this planet, or the wealth that we have on this planet, are the riches of our mind. And that the riches that we have at the table, that we set the table with, these material things, understand the difference between existence and conquering. Because when it comes to children or childlike energy, that is the last thing that we need. We're conquering other adults or other regions, other castles, other mindsets that don't have any diplomacy with ours, right? But that would not include our children. So the kids, the offspring, the children, I don't care what Green Day or Happy Holiday or whatever, it just makes me think of, Green Day Holiday. The children need a break, and so does the queen and the king. Everyone's tired. Defending a kingdom is not easy, let alone your own castle, let alone the surrounding kingdoms that you're trying to keep diplomacy with. But there's actually a ruckus already being caused. That's unnecessary. So that I feel like you're going to be sloughing off that energy like an old skin. There's the power going straight down the middle, back to the children, as it should be. As it should be. This is wealth right here. Coming out again, but in the reverse. This is what I'm saying. There's a shift of power that's going to be going straight back to the kids, to the children. The rightful inheritors, or the people who should be the owners of their own kingdom and surroundings, right? This king energy is mastery of all of this, and it's not only mastery of all of this within self, it's understanding that this king is going to have some really bad days, and that the queen is going to need to be able to cancel things to deal with the king sometimes. Not deal with him in a bad way, but it's talking to the advisors, siphoning energy from the ethereal court, whatever that looks like for whoever. It is a set of wings for it's a flight plan. It's a trajectory that should include the backup of the backup of the backup. And that's what there you go. Yeah, it's a cleaning of home so that we can all marvel at the same things together rather than anybody having their vision skewed, blurred, or smeared, distorted. Nobody will need contacts. Could be a contactless communication. But it's not really, it doesn't need to become a spectacle. It's not about, this sands of time slipping through. That's what we're not going to meditate on. It doesn't need to be a stormy passage. And I think you're going to figure that out. Don't know why I'm hearing someone say, go figure. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave that here. Earth signs, be well.